So in this position, I immediately look at possible checks as well, but this position is maybe an exception to the rule, because in this position checks might not be doing much since we're in an endgame. And in an endgame there are different rules, so it's not like if I can check that I might have a chance to win material or to checkmate because I have only one piece. So in this position I'm looking at two things. First, checks. I should be looking at those, even though they might not work at all, right? They might just give up a piece like that. I don't care, you should look at those. The second thing I think about is just promoting the pawn, like that. You should also note that in this position the only way to possibly win this would be to promote to a queen, because we can't checkmate with these pieces. So this one, is this helping our position? I mean, the king can go there, and probably next he will go and promote. So I don't really see how this is helping him, right? He's just going further and he will promote the pawn. So let's say we were to just push the pawn. Push the pawn and we want to promote. Okay, so this move. You might say, well, no, now he's gonna promote and he's faster. The problem is after this I can take. Boom, I can take. I give up the bishop, but I have to, because if I don't do that, let's say I do this, he promotes to queen, and I don't want that. I don't want that. So this I take with the bishop. I sack my bishop. He has to take back with the king. And now you can see, very important, I'm first. This, I promote to queen, this. Okay? So now you should note, there are two pieces. The king is over there. The pawn is over there. And my pieces are there. Okay? And so basically he can't promote, and what I will be able to do with the queen is I will be able to basically check the king the whole time. And this is, since it's a b-pawn, it's a theoretical win. Even though it's not that easy, okay? So maybe I also made a video about this. You should check out my video on this in the Endgame series. Okay, so this, there. This is not the move we expected. Okay, is that a problem? No, because our plan always was just to promote. So why don't we do that? Okay, this. Now we need to be careful. We said that this we don't want to do because queen. So we need to sack the bishop. Okay, so we sack the bishop, takes. And now it's the same position. Okay, so this was the solution. And again, if you didn't understand that very well, you can always check my video in the Endgame series. Okay, this one. This is the move, but I don't really care about that, because immediately what I see is something I won't tell immediately. The first thing I will tell is I have no checks, because I don't have many pieces in this position, or active pieces in this position, which means I won't really be able to check the king and win material that way or something. What I do see is that I might be able to attack pieces. Okay, so that's the second thing you should think about. I see two pieces here, and I see a pawn here and a bishop, which is protecting the pawn, but also indirectly controlling the square, right? Because if I were to take there, the bishop would protect it, and that's also the solution to this puzzle. So I take there, and with this pawn I attack two pieces. If he takes, I take back. That's the solution to this puzzle. And how do I see that? I look at, first of all, this piece, which is like my only piece on the board. I look at this pawn, which is a center pawn. And I look at these pieces, which can be, of course, always forked with a pawn, right? If pieces stand like this, I can take like that and attack those. Okay, so I do this, that. Oh no, it's a check, right? So, very important. If I were to do this or that, or this or that, then he could just move his knight to anywhere, really. To some square, I don't really care. He could just move his knight, and I can't take this piece. So what I need to do here is I need to still attack the bishop. So this is the only move I can do. I need to do this because I want to attack both the knight and the bishop at the same time. If I would be playing something like that, that's no good, because then the knight can escape, and I don't want that. When I do this, the knight can't escape in any way, because I would just take the bishop. Okay, so I need to do c6, this, and now I just take the knight. Okay. This one. Okay, so the first thing, again, the first thing you should always think about are checks. Checks is the very, very first thing you should think about. So I look at checks. Do I have any checks? Oh no, I don't have any checks. I don't see it. My queen can't give a check in any way. I can't go there because the pawn is in the way. This knight can't reach the king. This bishop is a light square bishop. No possible way. These rooks, neither. Okay. The second thing I think about, again, and this is just my pattern recognition. I see these pieces. These pieces can be forked by a pawn because a pawn looks like this. It can attack diagonally. Okay. The first thing I think about is just this. Okay, so I looked at the checks, now I look at the attacks. This is an attacking move. I attack two pieces. And so this is also the solution of this puzzle. How do I know that? Well, it's of course it's unconscious that I see this, but I look at these pieces, I see a pawn here, and I'm immediately, my brain tells me, okay, you need to push the pawn. That's how it works. And by solving a lot of these, you will start and see it as fast as I do, okay? And now I can simply take. We should also, of course, see that by doing this we are opening up the queen, but that's no problem because if he takes, we can simply take back with the knight. So that's also important. Also very important to see that after this, he could take that. Very important also to see that we can't take that back because then he would take, since our knight is not defended anymore. So after this, we take the queen. So that's also something you should calculate. Okay, so we can simply take this. As I said, if he takes, we are defended. We defend this, and we can also, important to see that this was defended twice, so we can take that. Okay, this one. The first thing, again, I think about are checks in the position. Do I have any possible checks? I don't see anything. Not with this knight, not with this queen, not with this bishop. I don't see anything. These rooks, of course, can't give a check in 100 years. But the second thing I think about are attacking moves, which are captures, but also just attacking moves. But especially the captures, because those will always be the most forcing moves. So for example, I see this move. I see this movie. Okay, that's actually funny. Okay, let's close that. Okay, so I see this move. This is a move. The problem is, though, as you may have noticed, white has played this move, and so he attacks my piece. Oh no. So if I were to take this, he takes back. And do I win material? No, it's a trade. Because the material was equal, I take a piece, he takes a piece. Oh no, it's equal. Okay, the second thing I also thought about was, because this knight is attacked, we kind of want to do a forcing move with this knight, and afterwards we want to take this. So we don't want to take this immediately because of takes. We first want to move the knight because it's under attack, and then we want to move. We want to take the piece. And the forcing move in this position is not this, not something random, but it's just capturing the piece, and it's very logical. We capture the piece, he captures back, and we take the knight, and then we win material that way. Okay. So also if we takes, he also note that he can't move the knight or something, because then we would take the queen. So this he has to take, and we win material like that. Takes, there. Okay, next one. Okay, the first thing we think about, and now I think you already know what I will say, is checks. Okay, do I have any checks? This is a check, this is a check, this is a check, and so on. Okay, this one is maybe the easiest to eliminate. This one, I mean, he could take, and then probably he can take there, and then this, and then there, but at the end of the day, we lost the bishop. You can see that? We gave away our queen for free, and okay, we might be able to win back the queen, but at the price of our own bishop, so that's no good. We can do that, but okay, that's just a free queen, like that. You can simply take back. This one as well, just, it's actually the same. This takes, he will take, and at the end of the day, I have a knight here, but he has two bishops, so we're down a piece. Okay, so the next thing I think about, and actually by already just looking at the checks, I developed the idea of capturing on these pieces, right? But I saw, okay, if I capture on these pieces with my queen, This is a way too high value piece, so I might want to capture with one of these pieces, because then I only give up like a minor piece, and I might be able to get a queen. And that's also why in this position the best move is knight takes. Why is this the best move? First of all, you should note that, and this is not that easy, I will say. First of all, we are threatening mate if he doesn't do anything. So this, if he doesn't do anything, you can see the knight is protecting this, so we have mate. Okay. The next thing you should think about, okay, we just captured something. He can take it in two ways. After this, queen takes, well, I mean, that's nothing. We can take a queen, free queen, yay. So that's not possible at all. Okay, this one, pawn takes. Now we can take again. And now we attack two pieces. And the only way to, you know, escape this threat would be to take there with the queen. For example, if he would do this, we can't take the queen, but that would be imprecise since we have already mate on the board. We can take that with our queen. It's not that easy. And then we, this is checkmate. So again, takes, 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 there, and this is checkmate because we control everything. This takes. He has to give up the queen. I take back, and we just won a queen. For what price? For two pieces. Is that a good deal? Yes, it is, because two pieces are 1. Two pieces are 3 plus 3 is 6. This queen is 9. So I think that's a good deal. That's nice. We're just threatening mate. Okay, this, and we take with the bishop. Very, very logical. This, we take. Okay, next one. The very first thing I think about is checks. Can I give a check? No, I can't. Why? This is a dark square bishop. He's on a white square. This one, on a light square, excuse me. This one, can I give a check? Well, like that, but okay, the knight is in the way, so I can't give a check. With the queen, no. The queen is way too far away. This knight as well. Okay. Next thing, attacks. Can I somehow attack something? And here you need to look at the capture. So immediately, you should look at two moves. Bishop takes knight and queen takes bishop. There are no other moves in this position. Like, if you are talking about attacks, right? These are the two only moves. So just calculate both of these. First of all, this. Okay. I take a bishop. What's the problem? He can take with the knight. Okay. Now I take with the bishop. Okay. And now he takes with either the knight or the king. Let's say with the knight. Okay, so what's the material? Takes. Takes. That's down a queen, up a bishop. Takes. Up a bishop. Takes. Equal material. You can see that? Okay, so does this work? No, it doesn't. It's just a trait. It's just equal material, okay? So not easy, not that easy at all actually to calculate this, but that's how you should calculate it in your head. What's the evaluation? Well, it's equal material, so does it work? No. How do we win material? This one doesn't work, so let's have a look at this one. Does this work? Let's have a look. First of all, let's say he doesn't take the queen. Okay, let's say the queen takes back or the pawn takes back, then I take there. Okay, so here I'm up a piece, takes, he takes the piece back, equal material. Now I take the bishop, up 3 points. Okay, up a piece, that's great. Okay, next line, this he can take. We're now up a piece, down a queen. Now we take. This is now up a piece. And the good thing is, now this is attacked, but we also attack this. So a possible line may go like this, takes, we're up a piece, remember, we take, we're up 2 pieces, and he would take back, we're up a piece again. So this is working for us. So takes, there, there. This is actually the line I calculated and the computer plays it. I take back, we're up a piece. Okay, great. This one. Okay, so the first thing, again, and this is so true, but it's something that's so important. The first thing, again, you think about immediately, or you should think about immediately, is checks and attacks. So the first thing, checks. Do I have a check? This is no check because the rook blocks it. With this rook we can't give a check. With this one, no way, because this is on a light square. Second thing, can we attack pieces? Including captures. So we look at captures. Can we capture this? It might look weird, because why giving up the exchange? That is 5 points, 3 points, and of course you saw that the rook can take back 5 against 3. That's no good deal. Except for the fact that after this, now you should reevaluate the position and look again at checks and attacks. Okay, so this, we capture a piece. He should do something about it. He can't just give checks, then we just go up. And it's not like he can checkmate us or something, or give a repetition because we go there. So after this, basically he has to take back. Okay, easy. Next thing, you should reevaluate the position. What do I mean by reevaluating the position? Is you should again look at checks and attacks. So the first thing I want to see is the checks. Okay, this is a check now. Now it's possible because the rook is not there. Takes, and now I can give a check like that. Can he block with either of those pieces? No, because we would be able to take those pieces with the rook since they are unprotected. So he can't do that. He has only one move, which is up. And now again, look at the checks. When you're calculating, look at checks and attacks, and I immediately see this. Bishop there, I attack the king, attack the rook. He has to play king there, either that or block, and then I can take the rook, right? I take the rook and I'm just up a piece. I'm up a piece. Again, takes, down in exchange, this, we win the full rook, which means we're up a piece. Okay, so this is not that easy, but if you just look at the checks, the attacks, everything like that, we can find these puzzles. Okay, this one. And again, we look at the possible checks in this position. And that's just a way to solve it. We just look at the checks. Can we give a check with the knight? No. Can we give a check with the king? Giving a check with the king, I don't think that's legal. So, there's only one way to give a check, and that's by promoting. And of course we promote to a queen. Okay. You might say this is checkmate because we control these squares with the king, and we control these squares with the queen. But in actual fact, after this is a queen. This block, he can block it and it's no checkmate. It was only a check. Okay. And again, in this position, don't give up. Don't be like, oh no, I thought it was mate and it doesn't work, so I shouldn't promote. No. Again, look further. Okay, so you've just promoted and he blocks. Okay, no problem. Again, reevaluate the position. Look at checks and attacks. Okay, the first check I see. Again, I can't give a check with these pieces, so there is no need to look at that. The only thing I need to look at are my queen, because these pieces can't do anything. With my queen, can I give a check? Yes. Okay, so where can I give a check? First of all, I can give a check over here. Does that do anything? No, because he can take that, if you saw that. So this, there, he can take that. So that's no possible way. This, there. This is not my only check. I had another check. Let's have a look. This is another check. And this might not be that easy to see, but I'm attacking the king. And all the squares around the king are protected. This one by the king, this one by the king, this one by the king. This one by the knight. And this one by the queen. If you look at that, like that. Okay, there might be lots of arrows here. So this, there, right? I control all of these squares. This one as well, because the queen, again, the queen. Maybe do it in blue. That's a little bit more clear. The queen is there, right? And our own queen is on this square right now, on this one. And we attack, just like that. And so in this position, after this, the only way for white to do anything would be again to block the check, but now we take. Protected by the king, we control all of the squares, as well as, now the queen is there, we attack the king, and this is going to be checkmate. So that's how you find it. It's just a check, a block, a check, a block, and a mate. Okay, so we do this, there, and again, just this, boom, boom, checkmate. Okay, this one. Let's have a look at this one. First, we see we are checked. So now we can't look at checks unless we can block our own check with, or the check black gives us with a check, but that's not possible in this position. So we should look at block. Okay, block with the rook. No, that's not going to be possible. He can take it because it's protected, and we will lose this position because a rook and a king can checkmate. The other thing I need to look at are my king moves. So this, and this. These are my only moves in the position because these squares are controlled by either the rook or the king. And I immediately see that since this square is here on a5, I might have a chance of checkmating. So these squares look all pretty equal because then it's just rook and king versus rook and king. This one as well. But actually if I go there, that's logical. Why do I think about that actually? It's because I'm controlling these squares and I know that if I want to checkmate, I need to control these with the rook, and I can do that just like that. And that would be checkmate. So that's why I look at this, because I know I control these squares. So after this, what moves does he actually have? First of all, and I'm sorry for my phone. First of all, he has no rook moves. Why doesn't he have any rook moves? And wait, I just put out my phone. First of all, why don't I have any rook moves after this? Why doesn't he have any rook moves? Very simple. Very simple. After any rook move, it doesn't really matter, this, that, whatever. I control these squares as I said, and I need to control these squares to give a checkmate. So this would be checkmate. Okay, next thing we look at, does he have any king moves? We control these squares, but he can still go there. But that's no problem, because after this, again, we control these squares, and we need to control these squares with the rook to be able to checkmate. But again, since our king isn't protecting this square, it looks like this isn't doing anything because he can escape. But we win the rook. So that's also the solution to this puzzle. This, there, and we win the rook. And this is all forced. Okay, the next one. This one. The first thing I think about immediately is checks. And if you just look at the checks, you will be able to find most of the puzzles. Again, first check, this one looks disgusting because he can take it. And I don't see how that's helping us. In actual fact, he just developed a piece. So don't do that. Don't do that. The next thing I think about is another check. Queen there. Okay, that's a check as well as attacking a piece. Great, we win a piece. You might say, but it's not that easy. For example, if he would block like this, okay, we can take the piece, easy. We attack the king, he blocks, we take the piece, because it's undefended. But he can block the check as well as defending the piece by playing knight there. So he blocks the check and he saves the piece. Okay, so this, there. This, there. And now we reevaluate the position. We look, checks, attack. So the first thing I think about is, whoa, we can take the knight. We can take the knight and it's with a check. And what do we do by taking the knight? We eliminate the defender. We eliminate the defender with check. He takes back and now we can take the bishop. So that's great. We attack two pieces. Step 1. Step 2. He blocks and he defends his piece. Step 3. We take the defender of the piece with check. He has to take back and we take the piece. So that's the solution to this puzzle. This, we take with check. Oh, with check. And then we take the piece. Okay, great. This is takes. Okay, next one. The first thing I think about